This is just a quick demonstration to prove that a GH2 can achieve very reasonable results with shallow depth of field. I've got a friend who owns a Canon 5D Mark III and says the Micro Four Thirds cannot achieve shallow depth of field due to its small sensor. This is a load of nonsense. If you choose the correct focal length lens and position your camera at the correct distance to the subject, but really the focal length lens makes all the difference. You can achieve great results quite easily. On this camera I'm using the Pentax SMC 50mm f1.4 lens. You can get an f1.2 and you can also get a Voigtlander f0.95 in the 45 or 42.5mm range. So here I'm going to demonstrate to you rack focusing on a Panasonic GH2 and prove to you that you can achieve shallow depth of field and selective, effective rack focusing. Here we go. You can literally select which point you want to focus on and have a very narrow depth of field. Look at that background on this little tape. I'm deadly in pinpoint focus on that. I'm using the EVF viewfinder of the Panasonic GH2. There's no peaking. I'm not using a monitor, an external monitor. So you have the rack focusing on the Panasonic GH2 with a 50mm f1.4 lens, and as you can see, shallow depth of field can be achieved. So you Canon boys who think a Micro Four Thirds is useless for this sort of thing, make no mistake, it can be achieved with this camera as well. And well, there are no illusions that, of course, the larger sensor has got a shallower depth of field. It's quite easy with the Canon 5D because the sensor is of a different characteristic. Also in low light, it's better for low light work. But with the lightness of the Panasonic GH2 for carrying around and weights, etc., and a small sensor, and also this is a good video camera, the shallow depth of field is quite adequate on this camera and can be achieved. It really depends on what tool you want for your job. So the camera choice depends on what tool you want for your job. I do like the Canon 5D Mark III, but for video, I must admit, I do like the Panasonic GH2. If I have the Canon 5D, I have to use Magic Lantern and shoot raw video, and then in post-processing, do a lot of work to get the sharpness, which can be done. If it's just a stills camera, the Canon 5D Mark III wins hands down. So it's a really good camera, but this camera is my movie camera, and this is what I bought it for: filmmaking and to hack it. This is the unhacked version of the camera. I'm just fiddling around with this GH2 in its bare state and see what I can get out of it maximum without processing or any post. So there you have it, shallow depth of field. Let me get a little closer to those coins. You see I'm so close, I'm at my minimum focusing distance, but you can see the glasses are pinpoint sharpness. The background way out of focus. Take your pick and focus. Thanks for watching, and believe in the power of the Panasonic GH2 and shallow depth of field. Don't believe what people tell you that you can't get shallow depth of field on this. It's a load of nonsense, as you can see.